Hello everyone, this is AC 3D CAD. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to design a mechanical knuckle joint using AutoCAD. I am creating the parts first and guide you in assembling the created parts. I'm going to start off with the double eye. I'm just going to hide the following. And open the isometric. Create new drawing. And select AutoCAD 3D for metric units. Select parallel projection. Go to view, tile vertically. Just gonna adjust the screen. Bring this to front view. I'm gonna start with circle and enter 45 for diameter, which is the distance from this point to this point. So it's either you can click the diameter from the command window or just type D for diameter option and enter 45. The thickness here is 25. So I'm gonna offset the circle by typing O for offset command and enter 25. Click the circle and click outside the circle. I'm just gonna draw a line from this quadrant to this quadrant and type TR for trim command. Enter twice. Remove that and remove that. Now I'm gonna draw a construction line from the center here to here is 38, and another line which is 45 from this point to this point. So what I'm gonna do is just don't click, just hover over from the end and then bring up your cursor and enter 22.5, which is half of 45, and then bring down your cursor and enter 45. And from this corner, which is this one, to this point is 120. So again, I'm gonna draw a construction line and enter 120. And the thickness of this is 42. So I'm just gonna offset it for 21. So 0 for offset command, enter, and enter 21 units. Click the object you want to offset. Click on that side, again on this side. Type L for line. Do trimming again, TR for trim. Enter twice. Just gonna remove that. Remove this one, this one. Delete that. Delete those. Delete this one. Trim again. And remove that portion. Now I'm going to join the segments. So type J for join command. And select the segments. Now it's one object. Press your shift key and the wheel at the same time from your mouse. I'm just gonna turn off the grid and extrude this one halfway, which is half 42 is 21, and press pull command to press the other side for 21 units. Now I'm going to change the direction of my Z or Z upward. So when I make the cylinder, it's going to be parallel to the direction of the Z axis. So circle. And our diameter here is 75. So type D for diameter option and enter 75 units. Extrude this one for 27.5. Bring up your cursor and enter 27.5. Same process. Circle again. Type D for diameter option and enter 75 units. Extrude this one for 27.5. Go back to the ribbon and select press pull command and hover over this surface. Once it turns blue, and then left click, let go, and then bring your cursor to the center and left click again. Same process. Just hover over. Once it turns blue, left click, let go, and then click the center. Now it's connected. I'm just gonna combine the objects by using union command from the solid editing panel from the ribbon, and click this one. Now it's one object. Now circle again and click the center of this cylinder and enter. Just want to make sure we are clicking the center. I'm going to use X-ray. Circle and enter 30 for diameter. So D for diameter option and enter 30. Now press pull command again. Hover over, don't click yet. Once it turns blue, left click, let go, bring down your cursor, left click again. Now I'm gonna create this portion here. So circle first. Oh, by the way, make sure your dynamic UCS is on. This icon here, if it's not there yet, click this customization and click dynamic UCS, and your object snap tracking, the polar tracking, a dynamic input, and object snap, and maybe the selection cycling too. Anyway, click the circle. The reason for the dynamic UCS, so we didn't have to move our UCS in different directions. So when we do the circle, the Z axis is supposed to be going to this direction, but we don't have to change that. Just hover over. Once it's highlighted, click the center and then click the midpoint of this line. Now I'm gonna extrude the circle and extrude it for 45 units. Go back to solid and select fillet edge. Since the radius here is 3, so click the radius option from the command window, enter 3, enter, and select the edge and enter twice. Now I'm gonna do the octagon. First select polygon and enter 8 sides, and select that center of the face, and then inscribe in circle. Just enter 21. Now I'm gonna grab the polygon, but first I'm gonna go to custom visual styles and change it to wireframe. Click the polygon and extrude it for 45 units. What I'm trying to achieve is this edge or this design. In order to do that, I'm gonna use the intersect command from the solid editing panel, and then combine or click the two objects that were extruded, the polygon and extruded circle. Now select circle, click the center, and type D for diameter option and enter 35. And for this rod, I'm gonna extrude it for maybe 60. Now go back to the ribbon, click the solid, and select fillet edge. And the next thing I'm gonna do is do the fillet for this portion here. So select radius option and enter 40 units. Click that edge and press the shift key and the wheel from your mouse at the same time to turn this object around, and click that. Enter twice. Fillet edge again, and now we're gonna do fillet on these edges, and the radius there is as given is 10. So click radius option and enter 10. Enter twice. Another fillet edge for these corners of the octagon. Okay, the radius for that is 5. So go back to fillet edge and enter 5 for radius. Select that. Select this one. Oh, first I have to combine all the drawings. Fillet edge, radius, enter 5. Select that edge, this edge, this one here, and then the last one. Enter twice. Now I think we're done for the fork end part. Now I'm gonna draw the IN, which is this one. Start from top view. Select circle from the ribbon, or type C for circle command. Enter D for diameter option and enter 75. Right click to repeat circle, locate center, and D again for diameter option and enter 30. And the distance from the center here to this point is 123 as shown here. Draw a line, type L for line command, and from the center move your cursor to the left and enter 123. The thickness for this is 42, so I'm just gonna offset. Type O for offset command, enter, and enter half of 42, which is 21, and click the line you want to offset and click above it, and click the line again and click below. Type L for line to connect the endpoints. Now I'm gonna trim, so type TR for trim command, enter twice, and click that, this one and click the circle and then delete this object. Now I'm going to join the segments. So type J for join command and select the segments. Now it's one object. Now I'm going to redraw the line, not the line, but the circle. So type C for circle command, locate center. I'm just going to click that in point. Now I'm going to turn this drawing to southwest isometric and extrude this one for 21, which is half of 42 here. So extrude this one for 21 units. And then turn your drawing around. I'm just going to turn off the grid. Select press pull command from the ribbon and hover over the surface or the face of this object, and then left click, let go, and then enter 21. And then extrude this circles rather. Extrude for half of 45, which is 22.5. Then I'm just gonna use press pull command and bring this down for 22.5. I'm just gonna use subtract command to remove this inner cylinder. So select the object, right click, and select the object you don't want. Alright, and now we're gonna create an octagonal object, which is this one. The distance from this point to this point is 45. So what I'm gonna do is just push this one, use press pull command and hover over. Once it turns blue, just left click and push it inward and enter 45. So this is just a way of my cutting the object. Now create circle again from the center and click that midpoint. Now select that circle and extrude for 45 units. X-ray. Now what I'm gonna do, create this smooth edge here. So in order to do that design, is create an octagon and extrude it towards the center and use intersect command. Select polygon from the ribbon, enter 8 sides, type 8 and enter, and then locate the center and inscribe in the circle. I'm just gonna enter 21 for radius. Alright, so we have this octagon now. Extrude this one towards the center of, or the end of the cylinder. Click that. Now we have two congruent objects. First, I'm gonna go to solid and fillet this edge and click the radius option from the command window and enter 3 and fillet this one. Here you go. Enter twice. Now what I'm gonna do is select intersect from the solid editing panel, or you can do solid, click solid and use this one here and select the two intersecting objects or congruent objects. There you go. Now we have this smooth edge. Now next is to fillet this edge here, make this design here. And the radius for that is 5. Now first use union command to combine these two objects. Now it's one object. Now you can use fillet edge and enter radius option and enter 5. and select this one. Select this edge. Select this edge and this one. Enter twice. Now we have to draw this rod. So circle again, and from the center, type D for diameter option and enter 35. Highlight the circle and extrude it for maybe 60. I'm just gonna combine the objects by using union command. Apply fillet here as shown in this drawing. The radius is 10, so select fillet edge from the ribbon and click the radius option and enter 10 and select this edge. Select this one and enter twice. Yeah, I think we're done here. So I'm just gonna hide this drawing by highlighting the drawing and then right click and hover over isolate and select hide objects. The next part to draw is the knuckle joint pen. So let's start with drawing circle. Type D for diameter option and enter 45. Extrude this one for 15 units, which is a thickness as shown here. I'm just going to turn off the grid. Circle again and click the center. Type D for diameter option and enter 30. Click that circle and extrude it for 130. Go to solid, select fillet edge and click the radius option and enter 3 and select that edge. Enter twice. I'm going to bring this drawing to front view. Now I'm going to create this spherical shape separately. The distance from this point to here is 15.75. So I'm going to enter 15.75. And this is where our circle starts. And enter the radius of 21.75. And I'm going to draw this line from this point to this point. So L for line command and click that intersection and line again, or maybe just extend EX, enter twice and extend this line. Now type TR for trim command, enter twice and remove those lines. Now I'm going to join the segments. Type J for join command and highlight the object. Now I'm going to move this one, or maybe I'm just going to revolve it from there. So go to the ribbon, click this drop down arrow at the modeling panel and select revolve. Revolve this object, enter, and specify axis start point, which is this end, and click this end point and enter 360 degrees. Now I'm gonna move this bottom from the center to the center here. Combine these two objects. So select Union command, click this one, and maybe include this one too. I'm just gonna change this to shaded with the edges. Now we're done with the knuckle joint pin. The remaining parts to draw are the collar and taper pin. So let's start drawing the collar. Circle from the ribbon, or type C for circle command. Click anywhere on the screen, type D for diameter option, and enter 45. Right click to repeat circle, or type C for circle. Specify center, type D for diameter option, and enter 30. Now I'm gonna extrude this one for 15 units for the thickness. I'm just gonna turn off the grid. I'm gonna remove this one by using subtract command from the ribbon. Bring the drawing to front view. I'm just gonna use wireframe, and then draw a line from the center. So shift right click, select center to center. This is gonna be our just sort of construction line. Then I'm just gonna copy this one and put it on the quadrant. I'm gonna create layers. This layer I'm gonna use red color. This is just to make construction lines visible. So line, and this line, I'm just gonna change that to red layer. All right, let me see. It's not showing. I'm gonna use wireframe, copy this one, from the endpoint, shift right click, attach it to this quadrant. All right, now it's time to draw the taper pen. So select line from the ribbon, or type L. Just click anywhere and enter 50, which is the length of that taper pen. And from this end, enter D for diameter option and enter 2.75. Right click and to repeat circle, type D for diameter option and enter 1.38. Now go to modeling panel and click this drop down arrow and select loft. Click this circle, click that circle and enter twice. I'm gonna copy 3 of this because we need it to subtract or deduct the center here to create a hole. So I'm gonna move this one from the center of that construction line that I did, the red line, and attach it to the midpoint of that middle construction line. Now what I'm gonna do is go back to the ribbon and select subtract command and click this color and click the pen. Now we have created a hole or holes. Now I'm gonna bring back my other drawing that I hid. Right click, hover over isolate, and click in object isolation. I'm just gonna move this one. And I already have created a hole for the knuckle pen. So what I'm gonna do now, okay, I'm gonna change this to shaded with edges. It's assemble the parts and move this one. I'm gonna attach this pen first. Move. Grab that center to the center here. Let me see the x-ray. Yeah, I think it snapped properly. And then where is my color? Oh, there you go. Move this color, and from the endpoint or the center of that cylinder, okay, move and select center, and then attach it to the center of this lower eye. Now I'm going to insert the pen. I'm going to change this to X-ray. I'm going to do construction line from this center to the center here. Let me check with wireframe. I think that's better. Is that centered? Just gonna move this one, and I want to make sure it's all centered. So I have the red construction line. Click the midpoint and attach it to the midpoint of this red line. Now let me check. X-ray. It looks like it's in the right place. Let me see again. All right, I'm gonna do shaded with edges. Yeah, it looks like it's snapped. Now I'm gonna attach this one. First, I'm gonna turn this around or rotate this single eye or IN, and rotate it for 90 degrees and click here. I'm gonna move this one and then attach it to the center of that cylinder, the upper cylinder or the eye. Now I'm gonna apply materials. So type materials. I change this to realistic. I'm just gonna adjust the exposure. I think we are done. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to comment below and subscribe. See you again.